outreach is very important because I think two reasons. Number one, that whole philosophy, if you built it, they will come, is just not true anymore. We have the ability to turn on a computer, an iPad, and whatever, and get entertainment the snap of our fingers and for free. And so what we're asking people to do is buy the ticket, get in their cars, park, get out, and sit in a theater for 3 hours. So outreach in terms of getting out to people is critical. And also I really believe that dance, the arts are transformative and very powerful, but I believe specifically dance is, because it's something that's innate in all of us for the most part. It's one of the earliest things that human beings did. So the two outreach programs that we have, and when I arrived, the company had no outreach. Zero. I don't even know how it survived, but whatever. So that's another interview. And so one is called Open Bar, which is a series that the company had where they would perform. We have a wonderful theater downstairs, 2 studios combined that turned into a black box theater. And so the company would just use that and they would just run a ballet. And so I decided that I'd turn that series into kind of like a lecture demonstration, so that I would talk or somebody would talk about they were seeing. So you talk about the art form, you can talk about the choreographer that's coming, or the ballet that they're seeing, or the music that they're listening to it. So they have a thread, they're connecting to it on some level, stories, for example. And it's been very, very successful because they come, they see the dancers, they listen to an artist, they hear the choreographer, or they learn how work is made, or how it's rehearsed, or how a dancer is trained. Just information that makes the dance relevant to them. And then the ballet bus is brilliant for me. I mean, I think it's, if I say so myself, I just think it's genius. So the ballet bus, we talk about going into these underserved communities, which is so important because they don't have really the resources to come to us. But one thing is making a commitment to them. In other words, if you're only going to go into a community once and get in front of a kid, it's not going to make much of an impact. Where it's going to make an impact if you make a 10-year commitment to them. And so what we decided to do is to actually have a ballet bus that goes into these communities, and we audition children between the ages, I believe it's 7 to 12. And we look for facility. We look for a child that can actually dance, because I want a company in the end that's reflective of the community, that's representative of the community. So we look for the turned out legs and the feet and the musicality and the coordination, the simple things that a child needs to be able to train as a dancer. And then we audition, we accept them, and then we give them a 10-year commitment. So we give them all the shoes, all the tights, the leotards, a little ballet bag, counseling, and a snack. And we pick them up. The parents drop them off, and then we pick them up and at the location, and we bring them here. They take their classes, and what we're working on now is taking them back to their parents. But for now, the parents are come here and pick them up. And I can't even begin to tell you, this is the first year. And they love it. They walk into this building. It gets them off the street. It puts them in front of other dancers that have a focus and another interest. They're listening to music. They're making friends. It does the same thing that a little league does. It's basically the same thing, but it's dance. So that I'm really proud of the ballet bus, because if you commit to us at the age of 7 and you continue, we will do this for 10 years for you. So at 17, you can actually be a ballet dancer.